Hi, Virgo. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for July 2014. I'm going to start your reading today by cutting the cards and telling you what I get from the cuts. I've cut the deck into three piles. The first card that comes up for you, Virgo, is the Fool. The Fool to me would symbolize that you're ready to start on a new journey, and you have to be careful not to have rose-colored glasses on and be too innocent and naive about your journey. Um, it would be wise for you to take your time, have a plan, and know which direction you want to go in before you set out on this journey. And it's funny, my guides are telling me at this point, it's almost like you want to be told what to do. You're not sure of yourself in some way. You have some uncertainties about the direction you're going in. That was in the first cut. The second cut in your cards today was strength. And strength to me would symbolize that you have to access your inner strength and also to rely on your intuition. Trust your spiritual guidance on what you're going to set out to do. And at this time, with what's going on in your life, Virgo, you may really have to access this strength. I feel that people are really putting you to the test and testing how much you can give and where your heart really lies on a lot of situations. Virgo, this doesn't just have to be in love. This could be your children, family matters, work, and you're going to know where you stand at the end of this month comes up. You'll have more certainty and more clarity at the end of July. That's good news. The next card you have in your cut is the Star, which is an excellent card. To me, this is getting your wishes fulfilled. You have strong spiritual guidance at this time. Your guides and your angels are working with you and around you. And I feel like you really want to be truthful and honest to people about a lot of things. And sometimes this is hard for you. And I don't mean it in the sense like you want to be dishonest, but sometimes I feel like you're really cautious and afraid that your truthful feelings and opinions might really hurt people. So I feel like you've been keeping them to yourself around now. So now I'm going to lay out your cards, Virgo, and we're going to see what comes up for you for the month of July 2014. Okay, Virgo, the first card that comes up for you today is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles to me symbolizes a woman or someone that has class, refinement, appreciates beauty, the good things in life. Nine symbolizes endings, but this is a good ending. Like you have peace and contentment and joy and the financial security and success behind you, like stability. I hear that you need to take a step back, Virgo. They're saying people have been like bothering you in some way and really putting you to the test. And I get like my guides are saying, you have to speak up or say, enough of this business, like get down to business, no nonsense here. And I feel this is interesting because of what came in the cut. I feel that you're going to call a lot of people to the mat, and you're not going to put up with some nonsense. I'm not sure how long you've been putting up with this nonsense, but I'm hearing any more. So to me, that feels like this nonsense has been going on for a little while for you. And you want to be really clear about your intentions and your actions. And at this time, I feel that you're going to have a lot to say. And there's people that really need to hear your message and need to hear what you have to say, Virgo. Okay? So now I'm going on to the next card, which is Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords to me is Ace of Swords to me always involves truth. Um, to me, it's a card of victory, courage. It's getting to the truth of the matter, truth being revealed. Um, and again, they're talking about you have to lay the law down. And they say there's also a way of doing this in front of other people, which is not going to be putting the person down or people down that you have to lay the law out for and stop this, whatever this nonsense is in your life. There is a way that, and you're going to find the way to do that. So if you have to tell some people, hey, stop this or that, or back off of me, or show some boundaries, and you have to do that in front of other people, I'm getting that you're going to be able to do that, Virgo. And please keep in mind, this is a general reading for all Virgos out there. So I know this is going to make sense to some of you, and some of you are going to be going, this probably doesn't sound like it fits me. But I look at it this way, and this applies to all signs. If you're watching this video, my guides and your guides knew that you were going to watch it. So there probably is a message in here for you. So the next card, which actually crowns your reading, is the Nine of Rods or Wands. And 9 symbolizes to me endings or, well, 9s are endings. It doesn't have to be a negative ending. It's just something's ending. Wands symbolize, or rods, wands are wands, symbolize growth, communication, new enterprise, development. The Nine of Rods is like somebody that's prepared for battle, is ready for whatever comes at them, totally prepared and not afraid. So that's a good position to be in, Virgo. And this actually crowns your reading. So I'm going to ask my guides why 9 of Wands is here for you today, Virgo. I feel that there's something that's going to come up that's actually going to shock you. You've got to be prepared. I know that's kind of, how can you be prepared when something's going to shock you? But I'm getting whatever this is going to throw you off balance. So the message here is be prepared to expect the unexpected. You've got time before this happens. So I don't really feel this is happening in July, because I'm hearing my guides say in a month or two this is going to occur. I feel like money is an issue here in regard to this. And I also hear the words backstabbing and backbiting. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, Virgo. And you're going to know about it and maybe have a hard time dealing with it. This isn't funny, but they're saying be prepared to let loose. Meaning I'm interpreting that to mean let loose. If you have to blast somebody, be prepared, because you might have to here, Virgo. I'm sorry to say that. And I feel like you're not going to like the outcome of something, and it's a division between two things. Just be sure to protect yourself, Virgo, and your finances. You may need to consult a lawyer. I'm not saying it's a legal court battle. I'm not saying that, but there may be something comes up you need to ask. Just get some legal advice on. Even if you have a friend that's a lawyer that can give you, like, I don't feel like it's a big like legal meeting. I just feel like if you could have like a phone conversation if you already have a lawyer that you know and you've dealt with in the past, or you just need like some kind of legal advice. You might even be able to find it out online. You're going to open up a can of worms, Virgo, if you dig on this too deep. So let this come to you. If this message sounds like you think you might know what I'm talking about, the advice here would be not to dig if you cannot do it, because it's like you're going to open up a can of worms or Pandora's box and it'll be too much. This is something like you've gotten the message here, just let this thing roll towards you. Since they said in a month or two, the soonest I would feel this would start to show up would be August. And I feel like it's in the 20s, like 21st, between the 20th and the end of the month. really. Between the 20th and 27th is what really comes up here, Virgo. So the next card you have here in your layout is the Chariot. And the Chariot, to me, is, some people read this as victory. I often read it as a choice. You're having to make a choice or a decision about something. So let me hear, Virgo, for July 2014, why this Chariot showed up for you in your reading. Not to sound contradictory, but I do get you are going to be actually surrounded by a lot of happy people and happy events, because I'm seeing dancing or some kind of festivities or something. I don't know if you're going to outdoor concerts or if it's like graduation parties or, whatever it is, Virgo. I see dancing and celebration of some sort. And I do get money and abundance coming in for you. So please don't be thrown by what I talked about in the beginning. It's not that your world is going to be shattered by some financial thing, but something does come up. But ultimately, I feel really finances are actually good for you, especially in the month of August, too. Even though you're going to find out something maybe you don't like coming your way, I do get finances are good for you. And I'm hearing take a chance on some kind of expenditure that maybe you've been pondering. And since it's a general reading, Virgo, I don't know for sure whether this is a house, a car, a computer. It's some, kind of big expenditure here, because they're telling me it's something that's going to last a lifetime. So if you get offered some kind of deal, like, wow, this is a bargain, I can't pass up on something maybe you normally wouldn't have spent the money on, my guides are saying for you, it is wise to take the risk, because it is something that's going to serve you well and last you a lifetime. But choose wisely, though. If there's a choice here between more than one thing that you're choosing, that's where you need to choose wisely. Don't be afraid to take the risk of getting this, whatever it is. But I feel like you'll have a choice between like 2 or 3 things here of the same thing. Just choose wisely. The next card you have here, Virgo, is 4 of Cups. And 4 of Cups, this would be in the energy of right now, traveling through right now and passing. It's on its way out. You do have a card here. It's not the best card. It's 4 of Cups. And to me, 4 of Cups symbolizes overanalyzing, going within and running things over in your mind over and over again, and not paying attention to the signs, like your guides and deceased loved ones and the divine, the universe. They're giving you signs for you to pay attention to, or they're showing you something or telling you something, and you're not really fully paying attention to the message because you're running over something in your mind. There's also some, maybe a little bit of depression slightly, or anxiety or regret here. You're going to enter a time of indecision about something. I'm hearing money. It's very funny. I gotta say, you only have one card in your layout here that shows up about money, but they've brought money up a couple of times now, so it's being mentioned again. They're telling me that in September, I know this is a July reading, but they do like to talk about the future. It's predictive. They're telling me, like, things seem to be more settled and sorted out for you, especially in the month of September. And they're telling me it may seem a little hard to let go of some things in that month, but new things are going to come in. They're telling me that's like, they're using the words like, September is the month of healing, where new comes in and you let go of some things from the past. But you do have divine blessings of money coming to you that my spirit guides are telling me it's divinely ordained. So if you've gone through a stretch of time where you haven't felt like your finances have been where you wanted them to be, or you're expecting something to come in, or you've been concerned about it, I do get that you are going to do well financially. There is financial abundance coming to you. It really shows up. I mean, they're talking a lot about September, and you're going to have the money you need to buy. They keep talking about you buying something. So if you're a musician and you play an instrument as your profession, and some of them are incredibly expensive, like a new violin, or a guitar, or whatever it is, you're going to have the money to buy that best thing. The best thing you're looking for: car, house, musical instrument, uh, rental property, whatever it could be. You're going to have the finances to do that, Virgo. So the next card you have that comes up, which would be, to me, in a future position. Um, Actually, it's funny. This is the money card you have in the layout, which is Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles to me means, when I see that, it's like finding balance. It's also emotional things are connected to this decision, with this money choice or decision you have to make. Do you see the theme here, Virgo? With what the guides are telling me through the cards, and some of the cards that are coming up really make sense. About your theme seems to be putting people at the, saying it like it is, not getting taken advantage of, or putting a stop to some things, and nicely doing it, appropriately doing it, without hurting anyone's feelings. And money matters come up where there's a surprise, something unexpected happening, but you're going to be prepared for it, because now you're going to analyze and think about it. There's a choice, but you're going to get the money and have the money to spend on that important thing for you. I'm hearing that you're going to be really popular and in demand, and everybody's going to want a piece of whatever you're doing, like a piece of your action. You're going to be wanted and in demand. You are going to have trouble with who you're going to say yes to and who you're going to say no to here, Virgo. And this is something that I hear is going to be ongoing, because I get this is going to go on for like 7 to 8 months from the time of this reading. And you're not going to wonder where your money's coming from, or where it's going. You're going to know exactly where it's coming and where it's going. And this is going to help you a lot for planning for your future. Be careful though, because I feel like because of the successes that you're getting ready to have, or in the process of having, or gearing up to have more, you're going to have some people that are going to be wanting to borrow some money from you too. And this is, of course, going to be up to your discretion. I'm not saying don't lend it or give it, but, little judicious thinking here. Be judicious with that money, Virgo. All right, so next card you have here is Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles to me is a card, she symbolizes somebody in your life. Now, this could very well be you, Virgo, if you're a female Virgo listening to this video, because Pentacles is associated with earth signs: Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So it's either you or someone you know. She is actually funny, the word judicial came to me before. She's actually very judicial. She has a great wit and humor about her. And she has a habit or feeling of wanting to make everything right for people around her, people she cares about, people she loves. She's undergoing, I'm hearing she is undergoing a lot of stresses or depressions. So again, I'm going to say this is a general reading for all Virgos out there. So I'm not sure who this is for you. I don't know if this applies to you or somebody you know. It is connected to do with usually with an earth sign, this female. And I'm hearing she's undergoing a lot of stress. I also have heard the word surgery twice. So if you know some female in your life that you care about that maybe has been depressed or anxious about things or anxiety, she may also very well be going through some surgery. And there's a lack of energy and vitality connected to this person. She wants to be sure of her footing and where she steps, and the ground that she walks on. But she's not feeling that way right now. And if this is you, I'm not sure because again, I can't tell for all the Virgos out there, but I get that tranquility really happens for who this is, this female, Queen of Pentacles, in and around October, especially towards the latter part of the month. I'm seeing like anywhere after the 16th of October. And I'm also hearing that for you, I feel this message is for. I'm not sure that it's for her, but if you are her, this would be for both of you. Expanding knowledge comes up here. Taking lessons or classes shows up. And I hear that in January, February, and March, your spatial area around you changes. So I feel like either you're getting a new studio or apartment or home and changing locations about something. Maybe not your residence, maybe it's some other part of your life. And also the words traveling comes up here. And you're going to take a trip. I hear, don't be surprised if you travel abroad, Virgo, to someplace in Europe if you're living in the United States, or if you're living in the United States, if you're living in Europe, don't be surprised if you travel to the United States. And I am getting money. Money comes up. So you're going to have the means to be able to do this. That's what my guides are saying for you. So the next card that comes up here, Virgo, is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords to me is somebody that, if you have children, he could be a child in your life. He's also would be associated with an air sign of Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That could be a rising sign for this person or their sun sign, either way. He's got a lot of problems going on around him. It could also be a her, either way, him or her. You know about a lot of them, but you haven't found out about all of them. So this would be somebody to you, Virgo, that would either be one of your children, or if you're an aunt or uncle, and you're very close with a niece or nephew, or a child that you raised or care about, know well and care about. And there's problems around it, but this whole experience is to finding resolutions and ways to help or solve the issues that this young person is having. They want things to be right, but it's almost like whatever they do, it doesn't seem to be working out. So they're kind of going through a spell of just unsettled. It's almost like I feel like they try to work or organize groups or do something, and then things just don't pan out, or they fall apart for this young person in your life. Also, for some of you Virgos, this is going to make sense. I feel like it's a male in particular in this case, from what they're talking about now, and he's very good with designing things, editing things, graphically doing things on the computer, I feel. Might be connected to do with graphic arts, architecture, design, and he's very empathic, which means that, assuming that this is a guy for you, it might even apply if it's a female, that they're really in tune to other people's feelings. They've got a great community spirit and a drive and an energy to produce, but it's like things just keep falling through. So that comes up in your reading. The next card you have is Five of Swords. And Five of Swords to me is either you're defeating your foes, or you have to be careful that something might be coming at you, where it's like a card of conquest over your foes, or something could be getting ready to come at you from somewhere else. And swords are often difficult. They present difficulties and challenges, often strife and battles. And fives are difficult. Whenever a five card comes up, it's usually something that's presenting some kind of conflict. So let me hear why Five of Swords has shown up for you here today, Virgo, for your July 2014 reading. I hear you make a plan and then you back down off of it and change it. And they're talking about, even though you're going to have this financial abundance to work with, I get you changing some kind of plan. I feel like it's either a program that you've made, maybe on the computer, or a system that you've set up of somehow that you do your work, or how you schedule your time at work, or how you plan things. It really seems to do with work, or what you would do that would, whatever you feel like is work related, that you set up something, but yet you back down off of it and change it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And you do get people that come in to help you with this. I feel like you get assistance, and you're going to be growing and changing. And this is really time for you to enjoy your life, but also to step out beyond your comfort zone, Virgo. And lots of people are going to be crowding around you for your efforts. Now, the final card in your reading today, Virgo, is the Two of Rods or Wands, which to me symbolizes an enterprise, a partnership in an enterprise. This could be love or business. It also, wands symbolize communication, growth, development, new enterprise, and it's also putting a lot of thought and energy and planning into this enterprise. So let me see why this shows up here for you today, Virgo, as your outcome card in this reading. They're talking about you really need to take a step back, pull all your energy back, and really stop and take a look at everything that's going on around you. You've made a lot of sacrifices for people in the past. They tell me that this is the time for you to stomp your feet and get out there and really, it's like, ta-da, show the world who you really are. And don't be surprised. I do hear that you're going to be making a lot of travel plans and engagements where you're going to be going around. And this is going to help you for future finances. So I hope that made sense to some of you Virgos out there. And I want to say, I'd like to say thank you to you Virgos and all the signs out there for liking my videos, sharing them with others, and for the outpouring of kind comments and emails that I've received about the readings, and many, many appointment requests. Please be patient with me. I don't have online scheduling yet. I'm doing my best to schedule all of you. So I want to say thank you, Virgo. Many blessings.